Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of 8 plus 1 The Classroom. My name is Charles Nzali. Today I'm with a hyena. Ooh, y'all are not ready. Today I'm with a rapper's rapper. This man said, girl, I know you work hard, but take that money and put it in your purse. He said, we ain't chilling until the money hit the ceiling. You hear the word playing that? Some of y'all rappers is whack. This boy, he ain't. This man is King-Niesa, all the way from Compton. Live out here in Kansas City. King-Niesa, welcome to 8 plus 1 The Classroom.
Appreciate you for having me here, bro. Thank you, everybody who made this possible. You know, I want to thank my boy Lloyd over there in the cut for, just being here. I want to thank Charles for blessing me with this opportunity. And I want to thank all of you guys, the viewers, because you all make it possible for me and him, to do what we both do here. And let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Usually when I start my stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Start by asking people about their upbringing.
Okay.
Because I think every human being, right? Your upbringing shapes who you become in life. So that's why I start there, man. How was your upbringing like?
All right, so my upbringing, how I grew up in Compton, California, So when you grow up in the city of Compton, you always fall into the stereotypes. It's just like, being black, there's always some stereotype of everything in every scenario. So, like my city is kind of what they made it out to be, but it ain't that, like my city has a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of hardworking folks, that's there. They work hard. They take care of their families. They live regular lives. It sucks that most of them have to, fall underneath the stereotypes of, what the people are doing around them. So I say my upbringing, honestly, it wasn't good and it wasn't bad, but I had everything that I needed, growing up. Like I was raised by my grandma, my grandpa. I lost him at 10. It was really hard on me, but I made it through that. My grandma, she was there for me the whole time. And my city was really it was hard and it was fun at the same time. So I just made the best out of what I was given, and I just appreciated everybody that was there through all the stuff that I put them through, especially like my grandma, because she was on me every single day, and I made sure to give her a hard time, but she showed me like, this is what you need. Don't worry about what you want, And as I got older, I didn't really get that concept until I was really on my own. I really got on my feet and stuff. And, that's when I realized, everything that I wanted, that's not what I needed, And then once I got what I needed and I really got the concept in my head of, that, I didn't have it so bad, I didn't have it so bad. Then that's when I really realized, life is not that bad. People they complain about all the little things, when really, it's the little things that matter. You feel me? So, yeah.
One thing about you, bro, is over from knowing you over the years, you have an old soul, man. You're way wise beyond your age. You like the level of wisdom that comes out of you when somebody really listen to you speak.
Yeah.
It's like it's way beyond your age. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is that from being raised by your grandparents?
I think so, because I did grow up in a strict household. So being a kid, even though like I'm a rapper now, like I used to have to like sneak and listen to hip hop. You feel me? Because like I grew up in a Christian household, like so cursing ain't really big, around most black folks, and I had to like sneak around, and make my music and stuff, and when they did find out, they weren't really like the biggest supporters, especially my grandma. but she did acknowledge that I was very talented. Even though she was like, this isn't really the road that I wanted you to choose, she was like, you're still pretty good at it. Yeah, for real.
That's dope, man. You know, one thing that I wish we do more, right? In our community as black people, right? Even in Africa, bro, is that I wish we breed the talent that we see in our children really early on. You know what I mean? Yeah, cause me growing up, they used to always tell me I talk a lot. I heard that so many times, bro, from my parents, from the neighbors, from my friends, my homeboys. They always told me that you talk too much. You know what I mean? But they didn't know I was trying to teach. Even at that age, I always had an opinion on something. And the people that listen will always tell me, my grandma used to always say, you always speak with so much conviction. And you know what I mean? And I always kept that at the back of my head that I speak with so much conviction. You know what I mean?
Bro, you do talk a lot though.
But I speak with conviction. You know what I mean? Trust me, talking is gonna get me to the.
Yeah, it is, bro.
It's gonna get me to the seven. And let's go straight to the rap thing, right? What inspired you
All right, so
your rap? What
the rap scene, I think see, it's really crazy with the rap thing though, because like, how most artists, they just really just become a rapper out of nowhere. They just like, all right, I just want to start doing this. Me, it was a little bit different because I planned it. Like, when you get into high school and they say, all right, now this is, like the beginning of new beginnings. This is where you're gonna go and you're gonna figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. So I was in ninth grade, and I remember I had joined the band, and that's where I really found my first love for music. And I left the band 10th grade, maybe halfway through the year. I got kicked out. Well, I didn't get kicked out. I just left. And when I left the band, that's when I really found my love for music. I planned it a whole year in advance. I was basically like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna just study music for now. I'm gonna use this whole year just to study, and then next year I'm gonna take off with it. You know. So I basically, when I turned 14, I just studied it that whole year. When I turned 15, that's when I took off with it. I finally wrote my first verse. And I remember I was sitting in class. Shout out to Kimberly, and shout out to Cindy, and Maria, because I remember I was rapping at lunchtime to Maria and Cindy, and I didn't think nobody was gonna like it, So I got the opportunity to finally rap my first verse to somebody, and when I rapped it to them, they loved it. They were like, dude, this is extremely amazing. They're like, never stop doing this. They're like, just keep it up. Like you really wrote that? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I was really expecting this. I'm like, this feels pretty good, So after that, I always like to give them shout outs, because like they're the reason that I really never stopped doing it, because it's like after that, like everybody else that I would rap to, like I'd always get the same reaction, and it's always like, you're really good, just keep it up, just keep on doing what you're doing, and it's years later and I'm still at it, and I'm still doing it, still doing it every single day, man. I'm doing what I love to do the most. And yeah, I love to give a shout out to them, because if it wasn't for them, honestly, I don't think that I'd still be rapping right now. I think that I'd probably be somewhere, at the Waffle House, or at McDonald's. So, hey, but shout out to the Waffle House, man. You guys go out and get you some hot grits, man.
not the Waffle House, man. Bro, that I know exactly how Kimberly and the other people felt, because when I first heard you rap, I know exactly how I felt. I felt the same way. And I think that's the same thing I told you. I said, bro, what are you doing here? Do you
Yeah.
even go to the
I
studio?
think that's exactly what you said.
Yeah, what are you even doing here? Do you even go to the studio? And you like, yeah, I go to the studio. I record my own stuff. I said, bro, you need to. Bro, I remember going home that day thinking, bro, maybe I need to be this dude's manager, man. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be too much. I'm gonna be probably dragging him to the studio. I'm gonna be too much. Let me just watch from afar. I was like, what the hell? And it was just so because working there, bro, it's so many people coming there every time and try to tell me that they're rappers, and they'll come in there and try to rap for me, bro. And that shit is funny as hell because the confidence is big, but the ability is not. So I always, you know what I mean, had to be like, man, bro, you are not a good rapper.
You know, honesty is really all they really need to hear for real, because we could do without them. For real. And I really hate to like say it like that, you know, probably crush like dreams, you know, but like, you know, like there's a lot of folks out there that they're really not talented, and some people need to hear it because you know it falls under any other like category, you know, of talent. You know, like if you're not really good at playing basketball, you're not gonna go hop out on the field with Jordan. You know it's like, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's levels to it, you know. So
Very, very. It's like, bro, you're not just gonna wake up one day and expect to be on the same level or in the same court with a LeBron, a Kobe, God bless the dead, a Shaq. You know what I mean? Like you are not. You have to have some type. Even though the music industry sometimes is fucked up. You and I both know there's some people that are rapping right now that have no, who are superstars, megastars everywhere. Their songs are, who have no business, bro. You know where they belong? They belong to the people that carry trash because they are that trash. You know, the people, they belong to the trash company, bro, because they are straight up trash. You know, so that leads me to my next question, right? As a young rapper, right? As somebody who is really good, but it's like it's really hard to get appreciated for your talent, right? How does that affect your motivation?
that's a good question, actually. All right, so as a young artist, you know, who is aware, you know, of my potential, I'm not going to speak of myself in the third person like that. All right. So since I know how good I am, you know, it does affect me sometimes, you know, when like people, you know, oversee it. But, you know, what really matters to me the most is not the people who aren't paying attention. It's the ones that do pay attention, you know, and that's where I really like try to keep my focus at. I don't really focus to the ones, you know, who are focused everywhere else. I try to draw my attention towards the ones who are also drawn towards me. You know, we have that connection. You know, I think I have a pretty good connection with my fans too, because I try to reach out to, you know, almost all of them, you know, all, or at least all the ones that I can. And I always ask, you know, what do you think? You know, where do you think that I should work at? You know, like, you know, where do you think that this song needs, you know, to be tweaked at, or you think I should throw some ad libs here, or this or that, you know, because, you know, honestly, you know, I feel like music is, you know, it's for the listener. So if the listener isn't satisfied with it, the person that's making it need to keep working on it. You know, because that's really what where my head is with it. You know, so basically, I really don't focus on the ones that aren't, you know, on my side, because you know there's plenty other sides for them to pick. You know, I ain't no hater. You know, just stay away. You know.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it because at the end of the day, you can only get stressed out about what you can control.
For real, honestly, and less stress is, you know, better for the soul, because honestly, there's enough to stress about, and it's always a choice, you know, to really choose to really, you know, put your energy into that. So me, I choose to put my energy elsewhere, you know, and that's usually into making better music and trying to, you know, challenge myself with newer songs. Like that's why I don't know if a lot of people notice, but most of my songs, they're never really the same. Every song is always different, you know, because I always challenge myself in a different way. Like I don't care if I'm trying to branch out into a whole different genre or something. Like I got a country song, you know, like it actually didn't do too bad either. Like the listeners liked it a lot more than I did, honestly. But that was just me, you know, just challenging myself. Like, can I do this? Let me see, and let's see what the world thinks. And the world liked it, but I don't know if I just play it. It's not going to be in my playlist.
It's 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 crazy what a mindset like that can do for you, bro. You know, a lot of the times, man, it's just the belief that's locking sometimes. And once we have the belief, like everything else is like on autopilot mode. You just gotta cruise smoothly into the next and next and next, and everything will fall in place, man. I believe you. Not you. I believe you as a person, and I believe you as a talent, and I believe you were just a song. Uh, you know what I mean? You drop the right thing, and you are out of here.
I feel you, bro.
You're out of here, and I see in the
I believe that too.
I see the effort that you put into it.
You know, I'm really consistent too. Like I haven't been as consistent in the past maybe 2 or 3 months that I have been in the past, you know, 2 or 3 years, only because of my family emergencies I've been having going on. But besides my little situations, I've been very consistent. You know, like I drop music almost every week. You know, and I think what really makes me different from other artists is like I don't always make music the same way. Like some most artists they'll probably like they'll write a whole song or something, or maybe they'll even freestyle a whole song. Like sometimes I do a little bit of both. I'll freestyle a whole song, or I'll write a whole song, or sometimes write a verse and then freestyle the rest of it, or chop out something that I don't like and just rewrite it or something. So I really don't have one way of making music because I really just go for whatever sounds right in my head. It's like I get this little sound in my head. I'm like, I gotta fill in this puzzle. It's a puzzle, and it just has to come together perfectly. Because if it doesn't, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a perfectionist with the music. If it ain't perfect, I can't give it to nobody. I just can't.
You know, I like that. I like that a lot, bro. You remind me so much of this dude back home in Gambia, right? Called Chronic Bob. His music, bro. He's like his experiences, right? Growing up, he used to be, you know how in America, yeah, he used to be cool with tied with all the little crews in the whole of bricks, bro. That's where I'm from. He'll hang out. He'll come with my boys, right, and chop it up with us, right. Next week he's chopping it up with the other dudes. Sometimes it's the dudes that we ain't even cool with. But when he come and hang out with us, he's not even bringing that energy with him. But his music is just so you can really tell the level of talent that he is. But I mean, he's starting to be popular. He had like around 20K on IG now. But at the same time, right, his talent versus his level of popularity is not balanced, just like you. But sometimes when I speak to him, I can really feel in his voice that he's kind of like feeling down a little bit. You know what I mean? And I be always trying to chop it up with him, like, bro, keep on doing it. Now you're getting noticed. They putting you in shows. You're opening up for this. You're doing that. Just keep on pushing. You know what I mean? And like I tell you the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's just fight on. I mean, like, I know for a fact it's gonna be
I got another upcoming show coming up on the 16th, so
16th,
guys can come out to the Climax Lounge, be there, everybody.
16th,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah, I'll try to make that up, man. Try to make that up. Also, man, you a father, man. You just got a
Yes,
new
sir.
a new baby, man. How does that feel, man?
Love it. I love my kids, bro. Like they just bring me so much happiness. And like when I look at them, it's just I just see innocence, and that's really what children are. They're just they're innocent, and it's really like all on how you raise them, And like my baby girl Hazel, like I remember when I first met you, Charles, she was the smallest thing ever. If you see her today, you'd be like, "What?" That girl that got so big, and she's so smart now. She has conversations with me. She sees me. She's like, "Daddy, I want to hang out." Like she. So it's like it's so much different, and now I have to be more on it with her because she's starting to come into a woman. She's growing into herself, and she's gonna be a lot to deal with. She is. She's gonna be a lot to deal with, but that's my.
She's your child, you know what I mean. So you ain't expecting nothing less. You know what I mean. I feel you on that, man. My daughter is almost getting ready to turn 2.
Yeah, like my daughter, man, she's about to be in elementary soon.
Yeah, so it's like now she does some stuff.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, you definitely got that from me.
Yeah, but like even with her, like I look at my daughter, I see me. Like she even has this music thing in her. Like I got a couple songs where I let her mess around on the mic, and she, it's not that I pushed it on her. She just happened to be up in there while I'm recording. She's like, "Daddy, let me get the mic." And I'm like, "Here, you can get the mic, because you want to do this." It was a little bit different for me when I was a child because I felt like my dad tried to force it onto me. And that's why I waited until I felt I was ready to do it, to start doing it. It's different with my daughter because she's showing it a lot earlier than I did. I mean, she's like 3 on her first song. Like that's amazing. Like really, it really is. And I think the best part about it is, it's something that she wants to do because regardless of whatever she wants to do, I'm going to support it 100%. You want to be a lawyer? We going to get you in lawyer school. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a doctor? We going to get you a good scholarship. Like
That's
etc. Man, whatever she want to do, man, I'm right behind her 100%. She know that. Yeah.
Do you have a lot of music out, man? But the one project that fell in my hands, and since I've had this project, bro, I've been listening to this thing non-stop. Sometimes I just listen to it and a bar just crosses me and I just go on Facebook and put it out there and tag you real quick. That City of Angels thing, man. Talk about the concept in that, bro.
All right, so the City of Angels. So for 100% of that album, I was in LA. That song, well, that whole project was recorded in LA by this producer named Kenny McLeod. Shout out to him. He had produced Bone Thugs and Harmony back in the day. He actually got them their first platinum plaque. And I'm still really good friends with Kenny. So shout out to him. If you see this, Kenny, Josh watching you, man. I see you out there, bro. But yeah, man. Kenny, he made that possible for us. And we was up there in Hollywood. It was me and my dad. We joined together on that album. He did all the hooks, and I dropped all the verses. With that old album, though, I say with like the songs that probably stood out the most was probably Pop, New Bag.
New Bag, most
I
definitely.
think those are probably the top 2, more than likely.
Most definitely. I like New Bag though.
Yeah, and
I like New Bag, but sometimes Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, yeah, that's a good one right there too.
Like I said, every rapper has this one song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a catalog of songs that it's not your most popular song, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not on radio, it's not everywhere. But you go to a show and you play and you start it, the whole crowd be there rapping word for word and just shaking their head. It's not their most hype song.
Yeah.
But everybody is rapping it and rapping their souls out or singing their souls out to the song. That's what Hail Mary. It's actually
I honestly feel like Hail Mary could be one of those songs too.
Cause
Really?
I have it on another playlist of mine where I have like real. It's called real rap. I have it in that playlist. It's a lot of crazy songs on there, boy. It has the Benny Siegel song there. It has a Jadakiss song there called Rain. When it rain, it pours. It has a lot of songs there that I really really love, like some Jay-Z, classic Jay-Z's there. You know, I think he had Friend or Foe by Hove is there. He has a lot of classics there, and I have that song there because I listen to music. I try to pair
Yeah.
songs in the same
Yeah, in the same,
in the same bracket.
category.
Yeah,
you know.
and then when I do that, that's when I was like, it kind of helps me.
Yeah, that's I do the same thing with my little playlist. Like I can't just like mix like
Anything.
if I have a whole bunch of like turned up songs,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have a sad song in the middle of there. That's just gonna mess up the whole playlist.
Yeah, facts.
You know.
Facts. I love what you do, bro. When I say I love what you do, I'm not even just saying it because you're here. I'm saying it because
Trust me, bro. I know, man.
I know.
Since I came to Kansas City, bro, you were one of the first people, bro, that I had the opportunity to show my music to. That showed love.
The
when
song
I first moved here.
The Benny Siegel song, Remember Them Days. Hard. That's what helped me to give me that vibe,
Yeah.
I like what you're doing, bro. And you doing a lot of collaboration with Onanga, bro. That shit is bro. Y'all is so a balance of each other.
It's almost like a movie, like when it comes to like my situation with Onanga, because it's like I remember when we first met, at work, and we were on a lunch break, and he's over here, he's singing his verse to one of our other coworkers, and he didn't even know that I was even paying any mind to it, and I'm just sitting there listening. I'm like, man, I gotta hop on that. So as soon as he finished, I'm like, bro, like, is that recorded? He was like, nah. I was like, man, I gotta hop on that. And that's how we came together and made our song Dream. And I think what the thing is about Dream for me that I think is so much cooler than all of my other songs that are really like, where the flow level is like all the way up here, is that when I wrote my verse for Dream, I wasn't even listening to the beat. I was just riding out to a customer's house, and I remembered the sound, the melody of the beat in my head. So as I'm writing it on my phone, I'm not listening to the beat. I'm just writing the verse. And then when I finally had him play me the beat and I rapped the verse, it went together so perfectly. It's almost like I had the beat playing the whole time. And he actually, when we first made that song, he gave me an opportunity, that I had never had before. We got it played on the radio down in KCMO on the reggae station.
And I remember too, it was a thing that you did for BET.
Oh yeah, the BET Awards.
Yeah, I was there, man.
Yeah.
I was there with Kyle, man. Shout out to that boy Kyle, man.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Onanga, man.
Yeah, Onanga, big up yourself too, man. He
love you, bro.
He needs to come on, man. He needs to. I need to
get you up here.
I need to sit down and chop it out with him, boy.
Yeah,
he needs to be here, bro.
And he's a talker. He loves to talk.
Yeah, when that boy came on,
he'll say you a dream.
Yeah, when that boy came in here, came on stage. I remember when two of you came on stage and did that song. Bro, that thing was shut down. I remember
because it's the energy,
bro.
And he has that energy, it doesn't matter where he's at, who he's in front of, how many people's there, he will always be the same Onanga.
God, bro, Onanga, boy.
I respect him so much, bro.
When you and him came and then shut that thing down, I remember the dude before y'all have some dances and everything.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I never had of this song at the time. I never had of him. I never knew him. And you told me, I said, bro, you ready? He goes, we are born ready.
Yep.
I said, okay.
We are born ready.
We are born ready. I said, okay, we'll see.
You remember when he threw his jacket off the stage?
Yeah. And then I said, hey man, I told you, I said, bro, this is it, bro. And you like, yeah, I got you. I'll show you. And then boy, when the dude came out with dances, I said, "Oh shit!" And then my
Yeah.
man's ain't about to make it. This dude, bro, dances. But when you came and the song started playing, and he has this. You and him both. You have this like your calm before the storm, right?
Yeah.
It's unreal. You were just so quiet and so calm and collected.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
And out of nowhere, the music starts, and then you were still standing there just bumping your head like this. I'm like, this boy better not tell me he's nervous. When that shit started, oh my god, bro! It's like a switch. You got the switch, click, and the whole place went crazy. He got his jacket off,
Man.
threw it from across the stage, man. Everybody came out. The beautiful thing about that type of collaborations, right? Is that it's beyond boundaries, bro. That thing is not only gonna be in KCMO. You play that thing in a party in Gambia, and
Exactly.
people are gonna rock out to it.
And it's like, it's a clash of cultures is really what it is. It's like it's him and his audience, and me and my audience, and we're bringing audiences together,
Yeah.
and it goes from two separate audiences to one big audience. And that's what that's how I look at it as, it's a clash of cultures. He has his little vibe. I don't even understand a word he says, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So that says a lot right there.
Yeah,
It's just, when I heard it, it's the sound that caught my attention. It's the way, the way he, even though I didn't understand it, I knew, like, he's saying something.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is too, right? He is one of the people that actually uses their voice just like an instrument.
Yes.
Just like an instrument, and it's so dope. And one thing too, bro, your voice on that song is so hard. That voice on that thing, right, can actually go against any of your voices, bro. Go and just go and listen to it, and not let his part take away from it. Just try to listen, because I did that. I tried to be like, you know what, let me just tune out this part of it, right, and listen to that voice. That voice is hard, bro. You said some real stuff in there on that voice, and I appreciate you, bro. I swear to God, bro. I love your stuff, man. I love
and it's like, even like that verse, how you said, like, it's so hard. It's like, that's what I think that a lot of listeners, especially these days, they don't listen to verses no more. They listen to beats.
Yeah.
They're not listening to the words or the message, or what I'm saying. Because if you take the beat off of that song and you listen to what I say on that verse, it's like word for word, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. The whole message is there. I said, I started rapping as a kid. I knew I had to make it big. They couldn't stop the grind. The struggle made me too legit. I'm money motivated, overlooked, and underrated. They gonna treat me like the greatest. They gonna put me in their playlist. I got friends that couldn't make it, so I'm yelling rest in peace. King-Niesa and Onanga, we gonna fight for world peace. Feed the homeless in the struggle, treat the obstacles like hurdles. Chances slimmer than a girdle, music sounding so commercial.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the message is there.
I'm listening to it. I'm saying,
like,
he is pouring his heart out on this,
like,
bro. And I like music.
Yeah.
Not just music, right? I like people who have substance, bro.
Exactly.
I can hang out with somebody. If I can hang out with you the whole day and listen to you speak, and the things you're speaking about are things that are actually making sense,
I feel
and
you.
that are things that are actually in line with what I stand for, I love that, bro. I love
Definitely.
that. I love that about you.
Like, I do this, like, if you can take one of these biggest songs that you hear on the radio, right, and just cut the beat and just listen to the song, just without the beat, if it don't sound good without the beat, that just goes to show right there. The song isn't good. It's the beat that's
It's the beat,
that's
bro.
catching your ears. It's not the song, because they more than likely reusing words over and over.
Oh my
And
God,
they ain't even they just putting words together at this point. Like, they're not even rhyming
They
anymore.
don't make the sentences don't even make sense.
You
Bro.
know?
The verse, the whole thing don't make no. You take the beat off. I'm so good at this, bro. I can listen to a song right now, right, and tune off the beat, right, and just listen to the words, right.
Exactly.
And when I'm done, I could actually not care about the words and just listen to the beat and be like, okay, this is a hard beat, and now try to break down the voice versus the beat, how the voice and the beat are coming up together, the cadence. I'm like, wow, that's why, bro. That's why I hype Jay-Z so much. Everybody talk about Charles. You always talking about Hov. You always talking about Nipsey. You always talking about Cole. These are type of rappers, right? You know who else is really good at that? Pusha T.
Pusha T is a good artist.
They are very good at like just staying in that pocket. And you're like, boy, it's crazy.
And like how I grew up, my biggest influence in the hip hop, everybody know me, it's Wayne. But like, I don't rap like Wayne. I even though I always listened to Wayne, I felt like the reason why I was so drawn to Wayne is mostly because of his lyricism. I'm talking about like in the early 08, something in between like maybe 07 up to maybe 2012 Wayne, or no,
Wayne.
before that. No, we talking Carter 2 Wayne right now.
Yeah.
Let's take it back to Carter 2 days.
Yeah.
That's the Wayne that I listen to. I don't listen to the new Wayne no more. I just,
Bro.
if it ain't Hustler's music, it ain't on my playlist.
Bro, that Wayne, Carter 2 Wayne, right? Mm-hmm. Was rapping like somebody that has something to prove. You're talking about Amelie.
That's actually the first beat I ever rapped on.
Amelie. You're talking about there's another song on there that was big. There's a song in there, There's a song in there where he played.
Are you talking about Mr. Carter?
Yeah, I love Mr. Carter.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that
Mr.
song.
Carter
That's
is
the one
on
with
there.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another one where Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter?
Listen to when Dr. Carter. He's like in a hospital, like they.
Oh yeah, I've heard that song. Yeah. I think it has a different name though.
And it's a different name to it.
I don't think it's called Dr. Carter.
They call him Doctor at the beginning of the song. They're like Dr. Carter. Yeah.
I know what song you're talking about, but I don't think it's called Dr. Carter though. I think it's
that Lil Wayne is a hungry Lil Wayne. Most people when they get to the point where they had a lot of money, the motivation kind of goes away.
Yeah.
And it's actually done for the love of what it brings, the chips and the crepes and the whips. That's what people do it for now, instead of just the love for the art.
Exactly. And how you just said that, I feel like once I get big, or once I start bringing in, X amount of money and stuff, I won't be like that. Like I'm a give back, because when you listen to my music, that's what I talk about. I'm always talking about giving back to the homeless.
Yeah.
I'm always talking about my people. I'm always talking about equality, because it's stuff that we dealing with every day. And, like a lot of people, they overlook it and shit. But me, I refuse to be overlooked.
Yeah.
You going to hear me. You going to see me one way or another.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm a very persistent guy.
Oh, man, bro. You know that. How many times, I will knock on. But it's people that I actually interview, and I don't like either the whole interview or I don't like a part of the interview, and I scrap the whole thing. And guess what? After bugging you for weeks about doing an interview with you, I'm coming right back the next day, blowing your phone up like, bro, are you ready to do another one? What happened to the one we did? Nah, I didn't like it. What didn't you like? I like the conversation, but I did not like the camera. I did not like that, especially before I had these microphones. The sound was not. I'm ready to do another one. I'll bug you to death to get you here again.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to set this up again, bro.
Yeah, and how are you networking in Kansas City as far as collaborating with musicians, rappers, and stuff from here? Because I feel like it's a really great talent here. You know?
Yeah, there is a lot of talented folks out here in Kansas City. How do I network with them and stuff?
Yeah. Are you working with people? Are you?
Uh, More so recently, not really. I just been I just been doing my own thing. You know, I'm just like the album that I'm working on right now. It's gonna be a solo project. I'm also working on a mixtape as well. That's gonna be a solo project. I do plan on dropping them both by New Year's. So hold me to that, folks.
It's a
Hold me to it. But yeah, I do work. I mean, even though I haven't really just been collaborating big with these artists, I do show a lot of love.
yeah.
You feel me? Like when people show me their music, like I do. Like I repost people's music. Like or I actually. You got the people who say they're gonna check out your music, or they be like, "Oh, I checked it out," but they don't. And then you got the ones that do, and then they come back and then they let you know certain parts and stuff,
Yeah.
certain lyrics and
Yeah.
stuff, like where you switch up the flow. I'm that person. If I like your song, I'm gonna let you know why I like it,
Yeah.
and I'll let you know what I don't like about it too. For
That's
real.
I mean, it's honest. It comes
Yeah.
with it.
And I try to be as honest as possible.
Comes
So,
with it.
I mean, even like, cause I'm gonna tell you this, I've had a lot of artists, and as an artist, this is what my biggest problem was at first with working. Well, just dealing with other artists. Some of them will be fans of my music, and they'll make music, but they won't necessarily be as good as me. And when they finally send me their music, and I let them know my honest opinion on their music, and they don't like it, I lost a fan.
Yeah, that's
Because now their feelings is hurt. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be as honest with you as possible because somebody needs to let you know.
yeah.
You know,
But if you oh my god, bro! If you do not want my opinion on nothing, right? Please
for
do not
real,
ask.
like because this has happened to me like a few times. Like it's something that's really like gone on. Like artists, they'll come to me. They'll be fans of my music. And they'll be like, "Oh, I'm a big fan of you. I listen to you all the time. Come check me out." And then I check it out, and I'm like, I don't want to be mean or anything, but this ain't it, bro. Maybe you could be like a video man or something.
Hey,
You can stay in the music game, but you don't necessarily have to be a rapper.
there could be a
There's
podcaster
all
like
type
me.
of stuff you can do. You could
They could
DJ. You can make beats. You can
interviews.
produce. Man, you could podcast.
I'm telling you, you gotta know your niche.
know?
You gotta know your niche. Even some of these people, I know for a fact, I am a way better writer than half these people.
Yeah, but
But at the same time, you don't see me try to rap.
yeah, but I noticed my talent for music early on. Especially, I first noticed it when I joined the band back in ninth grade. I was just excelling, a lot faster than the people else that was around me. Like I started on the clarinet, and the only reason I played the clarinet is because I was the only guy in the section. I'm like only section with girls. I gotta be in that. So I joined, and then by the time I was early 10th grade, I had excelled so much they made me the section leader of the whole clarinet section of the advanced marching band. So I hadn't even been playing it for over a full year, and I had already, excelled so much that they gave me that opportunity. And there have been people that have been in that section, since they were freshmen. I'm talking about upperclassmen. I'm a freshman. You got juniors over here. They're like, I've been playing this for 2-3 years. Where's my,
Yeah.
But it's just, they saw something in me that, they didn't see in them, On top of the talent, I always had a leadership, personality. I'm a leader. I'm the leader of the pack. People follow me.
Yeah.
And once I basically I noticed it then because when I was in the band, like I got so good, I started writing my own sheet music. Like Like, you know how hard it is to write sheet music? You got to learn how to read sheet
See
music
music
first.
first, yeah. Yeah, that's the
Or,
one
you
with the
know?
little lines and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like my notes on my neck,
Yeah.
like sheet music. Like I was writing that, just for me to play on instruments, like I was making actual songs and stuff. And then I felt like it helped me so much because, it helped me with like keeping time, you know, and like, just basically all the important aspects of, music in general. And
Bro,
yeah,
wait. So you actually hold on, wait. This crazy. So you actually take time to you look at you really put that much time in your music, right?
yeah,
To where you so you can put your songs in sheet music and actually look at it and know
yeah.
this is this note. I had to hit this note
Yeah,
here.
especially if it's like one of my songs where I made my own beats, because like I make beats too.
So the songs that you make your own beat, you I can actually break it down
Yeah,
on like on sheet music,
yeah,
like a level.
yeah, like the actual notes and stuff. Yeah, I could do that. I could write it down and stuff.
So that I see why this stuff be sounding hella fire.
Yeah, yeah. I know how to do all that.
Bro, do people even put that much craft into their music anymore? Or into anything people do? Bro, it could be a car wash dude
But
that does car washing on the streets, right? If he puts that much detail into his cars, into the car washing, he's probably gonna be the best car wash guy on Kansas Avenue.
exactly. But the thing is, he could be the best, but if he don't love to do that, he not gonna do it, to be the best. He just gonna do it to make a paycheck. And like with me, I love to do music. That's why I don't mind putting in the extra time, because I'm having fun while doing it. It's something I enjoy to do. Every time, I make a beat, or I finally get that opportunity to listen to the beat after putting in all that time making it. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, should I sell this or should I hop on it? More than likely, I hop on it. Or I'll probably give it away or something. I've only given away 2 beats. I'm not really big on giving stuff away, but I have, to a couple artists. But me, yeah, I just when I hop on my beats, I feel like it's even better because that shows like my pure artistry. Like I made 100% of this. Can't nobody come at me. you know,
Crazy.
like I
Bro,
made this beat. I
you were
recorded myself.
that's crazy. Bro, you were not even a rapper, bro. You were true
Yeah,
like a true artist.
like I'm an artist, bro, and I've always been that way.
Man, that's crazy. So let me so I always this is about to be the best question, bro. So when I hear a beat, right?
Hmm.
I sometimes I just wonder, right? How do how do people just jump on the beat as far as rapping is concerned, right? Can you break down that process for me?
Yeah. Well, me personally, I have a few different ways of how I do it because it really depends on how I plan on making the song. Like if I plan on writing on it versus on if I plan on freestyling it. So say it's a song that I plan on freestyling, to a really good, ability or whatever. What I'll first do is I'll play the beat, and if I like it, I'll come up with a bar, but I won't listen to the beat no longer than 20 seconds. Because if I listen to the beat too long, I feel like I'll forget what I came up with. And that first bar that I come up with, that's the bar that I use to go when I freestyle the
So
song.
that's like the foundation of it.
Yeah, so I won't listen to the beat no longer than 20 seconds. Once I come up with that first bar, I repeat it and repeat it in my head all the way up until I got everything ready for me to hop on the beat, and then I just let loose, and then I just go from there with it.
So when you let loose, then every other thing just come
Yeah,
as you flow. You just
and
flowing.
don't get me wrong, I do mess up a lot, so it takes a lot of different takes. Like my songs that are freestyled, it took about like maybe a good 30 or maybe sometimes maybe 50 freestyles, because like I try to be one take with it. So you know, as soon as I mess up, I gotta cut it, you know, and I'll restart it.
You were so honest, boy. Rap.
Yeah.
Every rapper I ever had of talking about it, man, that was one take.
Nah,
Man, that was one take. That
nah,
stuff be coming out. That's why it's
nah.
half whack, half amazing half the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I gotta cut it, man. I gotta redo it. But I'm not gonna lie though. My last song that I recorded in the studio, manager is my witness. One take.
That's crazy. You get better though.
Yeah.
You get better. But
But that was memorized though, so that doesn't count.
another thing that I really want to ask is right. One time you got offered a deal one time through Facebook, like a song of yours went viral or some type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And somebody reached out to fly you, I think, to LA or somewhere
Oh yeah.
to talk about a
Yeah,
deal.
they were trying to sign me to Atlantic.
They're trying to 360 your ass, ain't it?
Yeah.
You probably bought.
Yeah, I turned it down. I just I don't wanna sign to any labels. I wanna build my own. I've had celebrities hit me up in my inbox on Instagram, like, hey, you wanna get a feature? And then they turn around and try to charge me. Like, how you message me for a feature and now you trying to charge me for a feature. But it's like, at the end of the day, since you messaged me, I feel like I'm good enough.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, that's already boosting my self-esteem up here because you just went out of your way to message me, you know? Like, you could have messaged anybody. You messaged me for the feature, so now I know I'm as good as I thought I was. Yeah. Now I got to go even harder. Now I got to be, even crazier.
Turn around and try to charge you.
Yeah, but, that's just, that's just how the game is, it's a business, just like anything else, especially because when it comes to, like, bigger artists, working with younger artists, artists like me with, less, smaller fan base, it's a bit of a gamble for them, because they really don't know too much about you or whatever, except that your music's decent. But yeah, good music isn't what's selling these days. It's really people are selling an image, and if you don't really have what they're buying, then they're gonna overlook you. So me, I'm trying to build my own label, and I'm trying to build my own empire. And me and my manager, we got something going. He has this diverse music group that we have or whatever. And how many artists do we have now? 6. Yeah, we got 6 artists. So we out here. He works with a lot of Kansas City artists. That's Lloyd. I don't know how to pronunciate your last name, my brother. How you say your last name, bro? Fonto. You said Fonto? Fonto. So that's Lloyd Fontenot.
Lloyd Fontenot.
Yeah, go check out my boy Lloyd.
That's crazy, bro. That's beautiful, bro. Sometimes you just, like, I always tell people, but when you build, they will come. If you're a content creator, right? It could be music, it could be video, it could be whatever you do, right? When you build, they will come, bro. We've seen rappers talking about musicians who've been superstars their whole life.
Yeah.
Talking about they're trying to get their masters. They're finally trying to get their masters now. Somebody owned their music this whole time.
Exactly.
So it's like for a newer for up and coming, let me just say up and coming musician, right? Who knows for a fact that it's just a matter of time until I'm out of here.
Exactly.
To sign and give up your rights to your music for a couple of millions, and 2-3 years from now or 10 years down the line, your music, because everybody, you just have in music especially, bro. Your hot season is not a long. You're not hot for a really long time, and then when that thing goes out of the way, you know what I mean? Somebody else is getting paid for your music while you're sitting at home. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're not touring, you are not really making money, bro. I swear to God, bro. I have cousins in Europe, right? In some of these small, not the the Germany, the England. No, I'm telling about like the Portugal, the little Estonia, this little European countries, right? I
Yeah,
have people
yeah,
that live there, right? You'll
definitely.
be surprised what rappers are going there on tour and performing.
And I
Rappers
and
that
honestly, bro, I would feel honored to have an opportunity like that because that's what I've always dreamed of. You know, I always wanted to travel the world. You know, I want to see different places. I want to perform in front of different folks.
yeah,
I want to see their take on my music. You
yeah, but
know,
listen though, bro, listen to what I'm telling you. You are not for that market. You know the rappers that go there,
yeah,
the people that nobody's listening to now in America. That if they come to Kansas City for a show, you
mm-hmm.
might not even go. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that we have dead and forgotten here, right? They're going to these places and going on tour to these places. You know why? Because half the time they don't even own the rights to their music anymore. So the only way they can make money is go out to these. Bro, I have a cousin in Spain who just told me he's going to an Ace Hood concert in Spain.
For how much?
I don't even know how much. When he told me he's going to
Ace Hood,
Ace Hood concert, I said, Ace Hood? He said, yeah.
Ace Hood still rapping?
Exactly. I was like, Ace Hood? He said, yeah. I was like, damn. In Spain? You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like here they're cold, but half the time it's deals and stuff that is haunting. They can't even put out more music anymore. Why would I sign up the rights to my thing, my IP and my image and likeness and all of this stuff? And now all I have to do is tour for the rest of my life.
yeah.
If you build, they will
And
come. And the beautiful
and
thing
that's
about
like
it is,
like folks like Kanye.
yeah,
You know how he's under that 360.
yeah.
That's something that I refuse to do. You know, I don't care how much money they trying to bring me, man. They can be like, hey, I got 100 million for you right now.
Bro, can you imagine
I'm
Kanye,
not
bro?
gonna lie. I will think twice about it.
Yeah.
I will, but more than likely, I'm gonna turn it down just because you know it's like I can't.
Kanye, bro.
I just refuse, man. I can't be no slave to nobody, man. You can't tell me what to do. I gotta find my own way. I gotta be the boss of this. You know, I
Can
can't.
you imagine Kanye, bro? You know
Yeah,
how many records Kanye sold?
man. But it's like Kanye. I feel like Kanye didn't really see the type of potential that he had coming in the game.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like if Kanye went in the game with the knowledge that Kanye got now, Kanye would be a whole different Kanye.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But a lot of people blame Kanye a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, because of the stuff that is happening to him in the music industry, bro. That's why Kanye is who he is. That's why he goes
Yeah.
off and says stuff, and people are looking at him like the villain.
Yeah.
But you cannot take people's money away from them, bro.
You can't. That
Kanye
livelihood.
360. That shit is great. That's why a lot of rappers are buying away from their own contract. You know, right now they're saying
Yeah.
like Meek and Ross are kind of not seeing eye to eye because he's trying to get out of Meek is trying to get out of the contract and type of stuff like that. It's like everybody's trying to get
You
away
know, they're
from
trying
that.
to get their own thing going, you know? And the thing is, they're trying to get out of contracts and sign artists under the same contracts that they're trying to get out of. So, you know, it's just a whole little,
Yes, cycle.
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
You know, I just want to have my own thing going and I'm trying to build a family for real. And I remember when I put out my song Make It Out back in November of 2019. And that first week, I got over 50K views. And then once I got to the end of that month and I saw it was up in like 166K, I'm like, you know, I really have what it takes to make it out.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't have the support system, you know, to really push me out. And, you know, once I saw the type of numbers that I was doing with that song, I'm talking about like over 4,000 reactions, you know, like 2,000 shares, you know, and the way that it was going up on Facebook, I'm like, you know, this might actually be the one right here,
Yeah.
you know, and it only happened to be that the name of the song was Make It Out too. So, that song right there is the reason why I felt like I'm even better than I thought I was, because like, you know, I always knew I had the potential to do it, but this song is showing me that I really can do it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just a thought no more.
Yeah,
You know,
it's proof.
it went from just a thought to now
That's
I
proof.
see the numbers. You know,
Yeah.
like, cause look, those are just the views. My engagements, I had over 500,000 engagements on that song.
Yeah.
That means over 500,000 people engaged with it. Doesn't matter if only 100,000
Played.
people watched it.
Yeah.
This is how many people engaged with it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
like, that was a
That's
huge
almost
momentum
that's
booster right
yeah.
there.
That
You know,
if Facebook was giving out plaques, you'd get a plaque for
yeah,
that.
honestly, like
Yeah.
that right there was a
Yeah.
huge momentum
But
booster.
you know the beautiful thing about Facebook though, nothing on everything on Facebook is seasonal. It comes back. Look, it's stuff that will go viral like in 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would just be dead on Facebook, right? And then somebody else two,
Share
three
it
years
again.
again, somebody else like it or share or makes a
Yep.
comment on it, and then boom, it goes on a recycle again. So
Man.
it's gonna actually be way bigger than that.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody else reshares it and
Mm-hmm.
it gets to that cycle again, it might not be late. You might be talking about you thought that was the one. That you should be
Yeah.
thinking that is the one, cause
Yeah, it's
it's
not
not,
late, because you know it's still a great song. And like how you were saying about about how artists have that one song that they love to perform, you know, how
yeah
it always reaches the audience.
yeah
I feel like every time I perform on the stage, that's my song that reaches the audience the most, you know. And I feel like it's because of the way that I rap it, you know, the message that's there, and you know, just the energy, and the beat is pretty beautiful too. You know, that's always a plus. But yeah, Make It Out was definitely a huge momentum booster for me. The only other song other than that one that did some really good numbers like that on Facebook was my song Michael Myers. I got over 76K views on that one, about like 1,000
yeah.
reactions.
That's the one. That was the one I was listening to
Yeah.
in Gambia.
Yeah, but it's crazy with that song though, because like I originally just released that one on Facebook, and then when that one started to blow up, I saw that people were reposting it under like different names on YouTube. Like I typed in Michael Myers on YouTube, and like my song popped up, you know, and I'm like, yo, who posted this? You know, like I had people reposting my music, and I actually had a fake Michael Myers page shared too.
Oh yeah. I
That
seen
was
that.
pretty. That was pretty
Yeah, I
funny.
seen that. That was
Yeah,
pretty funny.
I'm
I
like
seen that.
Michael Myers and shared my track, man.
I seen
So
that.
shout out to Michael. I
I
felt
seen.
like they should have used me for the new movie though. Like,
Yeah, I
come on,
seen.
man, y'all should have used me.
I seen that. I seen when they
Yeah,
shared that. It was funny. When you shared it, that was
yeah.
funny.
I
That was
definitely
funny.
feel like they should have used me for the new movie though.
That was funny.
They should have got at me.
What brought about the idea of putting it on Facebook instead of like YouTube and
Because
all these other platforms?
the thing is that a lot of artists don't know is that, you know, if you're trying to make money off of your music, YouTube, and I mean, unless you have a pretty big fan base already, YouTube really isn't where it's at. YouTube is the least paid platform right now. Like, people are making more money off of TikTok than they are on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok is actually the highest paid platform right now. As an artist, I felt like I just had a bigger fan base on Facebook. With my Facebook page, you know, you could look at the subscribers on both pages and you could see a huge difference. Like on my YouTube page, I have like 187 subscribers, I believe. And then on my Facebook page, I got like over like 2,000 likes, or like almost 3,000, you know? So it's like, you know, there's a difference. And, you know, I also like, I feel like my fans on Facebook, they show a lot more love. I mean, but my fans on YouTube, they show a lot of love too, and they're always asking me too, like, why you stop posting on YouTube? But it's really nothing personal. I just feel like, you know, Facebook is just a better platform for me at the moment, you know.
Yeah, and recently, is a rapper who took all his videos off of YouTube and put them on I think on a
On,
Clubhouse.
hmm.
NBA YoungBoy took all his music off of
Oh yeah,
YouTube
yeah, I saw
and
that.
put them all on Clubhouse. I mean, it's so many platforms right now. My pictures on just a picture of me on Facebook, right,
Mm-hmm.
has more likes than more views. So he's a dude that actually told me, you know what, I just want you to do one thing. One day, just close your eyes and post one of your full interviews on Facebook, and just sit back and watch what happens. You know what I mean? And see. But I don't know. I really don't know. But like you said, if your audience is, you gotta know where your audience is though. That's really important because what happens is if you don't have that audience, you don't know where your audience is. You're just gonna. It's just your efforts are just gonna go unnoticed at all.
Yeah, definitely. The audience is really what makes an artist for real. Because if you hop on the stage as an artist, and the first thing that you look at is your audience, their energy that they're giving. If they're not giving you a great amount of energy, you're probably gonna, have a bad performance. Versus if they're up there, they're cheering you on, they're all going crazy. Now you about to go crazy because they're giving you a reason to. So it always falls back on the audience, because the art they make the artists. There's no artist with no audience for real.
That's dope, man, bro. We can just keep on going, bro, and
Man,
keep on going.
I love to talk, bro. I could do this all day.
Keep on going, bro. We could keep on going and going, bro. I'm so proud of you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
I'm so proud of your growth through like the human being, you know what I mean, the person. Cause when I first met you, you know what I mean, you still have the substance. You were smart. You were just different. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But as the years go by, just the growth. The more I meet you, and then we talk, and then we run into each other, and then we call each other, and it's always the conversation always goes from one level to upper level, and my love and respect for you just keeps growing more and more, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate
I
you, bro.
appreciate your talent, man. I just really appreciate you, bro. But I'm not about to let you go without you dropping me, you giving me some balls.
Oh, snap.
No, we're not about to do that today.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
All right, Savage, man. Shout out to everybody that came in and viewed this video. Man, shout out to my boy Charles Nazali for having me out here, for blessing your boy with this opportunity. I'm about to hit y'all with a Sweet 16. Yeah. King-Niesa the Savage. I had to sit and learn, you gotta wait for your turn. Every trial and tribulation was a lesson to learn. I'm manifesting in my blessings, put my trust in the word. I lit the match, how you expect me to burn? Remember uncles out there smoking that sherm. I'm talking back when Prince and Mike had the perm. I watched my family throw my name in the dirt. I watched my mama struggle bad and it hurt. I put my finger up to God cause he first. Hold up, see he provided me with honesty. Show me the angels always protecting me, especially when demons around me can't get the best of me. I could be focused on money, power, and equity, but why would I do that when there's people living in poverty? I was raised to change all the evil and crooked ways, like a preacher preaching the word or a sinner finding his faith. I sit and hang by the lake while I meditate. Off of 8th, there's a crook up on every corner. Just keep an eye for the snakes. No garnishes on your wage. I'm breaking out of the cage. Only do what it takes. You see, I'm raising the stakes. Hey, King-Niesa the Savage, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Sorry about that, bro. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah.